Good morning. Pamela has a thrilling tale to tell.
Last night, I have very bad vision. Just for reference, my contacts are like -7.5. Anyway, there's one light on. Henry was already asleep in the little bathroom area, and I killed a cricket without my glasses on. I went in there to go to the bathroom, and I saw a black shape on the white bath mat. I was like, there wasn't a black shape on the white bath mat before. And I got a shoe, and I killed it.
That's very good. I'm impressed. And you disposed of its remains, because I didn't see it today.
Oh yeah, I was gonna leave it there. Ew. Gross.
Gotta remove your own kills.
Yeah. Good morning! It is bright. Wow, it is bright. The coffee in our room, we don't have high standards for coffee. We both drink it black. Kind of whatever goes. It's fine, but even Henry said it was bad. I didn't even try it. It just looked like water, and he used like a very small amount of water. The point is, I'm going to this little coffee place that I saw yesterday, which is shocking. Like I said, this town only has one restaurant. The other restaurant is a sub place that's attached to a gas station. So anyway, and the first restaurant I was talking about is a food truck. So there's really nothing here, but I did see a sign for Cowboy Coffee, and they have a poster on like every door. Like the gas station says Cowboy Coffee now open. The food or the taco truck says Cowboy Coffee now open. So anyways, I'm hoping that Cowboy Coffee is open. It does surprise me that a town with so little can sustain a coffee shop, but I guess people really like coffee, so maybe it makes sense. Anyway, we'll see. Also, this post office legitimately looks like a priority mailbox. It is very funny. Seriously, how cute and picturesque is this post office? I love it. There's like a lot of dogs barking at me from various directions, but I see a sign that says Cowboy Coffee open, and I see some umbrellas, and I see a person. So that's a good sign. All right, well, it is a real place. It is open, and a very nice man is making our coffee now. He said I could have a seat and he'd bring it out to me. Perfect. Also a very cute little trailer, I'll show you. There it is. Got some seating. It's lovely. All right, getting a little nostalgic. We're checking out of our last hotel. It looks really dark in here because we closed the place up. With probably the heaviest packs we've ever had. Because we're bringing 8 days of food. Should only take us 7, but I'm gonna be prepared. And yeah, Henry, how do you feel?
I've been stressed all day.
There's a lot of logistics going on here. Henry's feeling a little more on the stress side. I'm feeling a little more on the nostalgic side. I'll probably be stressed soon, don't worry. Just kidding. It's great. Everything's great. And we got awesome coffee at Cowboy Coffee today. Really nice guy. Oh, I guess I filmed this, but yeah, he's really good. There's the daylight. Oh, you gotta find a ride to the trailhead. You know how we love that. Gonna figure it out. Goodbye, room. Love you. A West Trail Town. So crazy, right? Room 15, courthouse. We gotta go to the post office because we mailed off our loaner tent and forgot to include the bag that it comes in. So we need to mail that back to Z-Packs. And I think that's it.
We were told the only reason that Independence exists is the courthouse. And it's a nice courthouse.
It really is.
Well manicured grounds.
I like the flags.
Nice group of ravens patrolling. These are massive birds. Yeah. All right. Pamela is opening up her bear can to find, a special snack.
My lunch we packed out. Got really car sick on the way up here, so I gotta eat something. Also, amazing story of how we got this ride. We were sitting on the sidewalk by the post office, trying to do some last minute stuff before leaving. This guy's like, "Oh, do you need a ride somewhere?" We're like,
Well, he asked us if we were going to Lone Pine.
Yeah.
Right?
We said
No.
He's like, do you need to ride somewhere else? Yes.
Took us up here, way out of his way. Super nice.
So kind. Amazing. What a perfect last hitch. And during that hitch, I planned our last ride that we made.
Amazing. I cannot believe that. He lives in Lone Pine, so he was like going back to Lone Pine. So originally he was asking like, oh, are you going back the way I came? And then we're like, no, we're actually going to Onion Valley Trailhead, which is an hour round trip basically. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll take you there. And then I offered him some money for gas, and he's like, oh, you don't have to, and just only give me the minimum. And then he was going on about some other person charging a ton for a ride. Super nice guy. He hiked part of the AT, so checks out a little bit. Oh yeah, then we get here, and two hikers are just walking down into the parking lot, and so they just hopped in the car. They hardly stopped walking. They actually did not stop walking. They walked right into his car. Wow. Also, while we're on the topic of hitching, I will say that when I was here day hiking 5 years ago, we actually did give a PCT hiker a hitch down the mountain. So we did start paying it forward back then. Also, these chicken quesadillas from Glenn's Taqueria, incredibly good. Yeah, we packed out. They're like half a pound each. So good. Bought them yesterday. Put them in the fridge overnight. Put them in plastic bags today. So good. Very unfortunately, Pamela was doing some excellent planning work in the back of the car and texting, and she was hungry and already had a headache, and so she got more car sick than she's been ever since I've known her. So she's trying to recover. Poor Pammy. So Pamela's feeling better, so we're about to leave. She's repacking her pack. I just want to show you, here's the traditional mechanism I'm used to for bear boxes. There's another one here. This one Pamela's been lying on. That one's pretty simple, looks like. Then we go to here. This push button with this key. I just opened that for fun. There's that one. And there's another one of those. Then there's still yet another one with this detached handle key thing. That's 4 different types. That's interesting. Huh. We're just looking around this stuff just because it's interesting. This says, mark stored items with name and planned date of exit. Items not picked up within 2 days of exit will be disposed of. We just saw one that meets those requirements.
It's a whole big technically
bucket.
This is the 2 days, so I guess maybe the end of today?
Yeah.
We're not going to touch it anyway.
But there's another one we found that actually had a Forest Service sticker that said, this was not labeled with owner, name, and date. Will be removed in 1 week. That was on 9/2. It's 9/14. Also, I don't know, like, it looks like you can pay different people to ship stuff here for you. We didn't know about that. I'm sure it's expensive. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff. Logistics. A rare sight to see a national park sign outside a national park, but good to know ahead of time. Someone doesn't like the Park Service. A vandal. Put an X through it. You know, I do appreciate the durability of the new plastic signs I've been seeing, but there's nothing quite like the classic wooden sign. Well, we're about a third of the way up Pure Sarge. Progress was slowed by, we ran into a couple we had talked to for a while yesterday, and we were catching up with them, and he's actually an economist who specializes in calculating damages in civil and criminal court cases. Pretty interesting. Anyway, so for the next, I think Pamela said this, we have 8 days of food. We have, I think, 91.4 miles to Kenny Meadows. Pamela has arranged a ride for us to get from Kenny Meadows to Ridgecrest or Inyokern, where we'll take our Eastern Sierra Transit bus. So once I get cell service up here, I'll book that bus. And so at 15 miles a day, that's 6 days, plus a day for Whitney, plus a day for, at least food-wise, for delaying Whitney for weather. But we've arranged our rides on the 7-day plan, which we might be able to catch up some miles. The last 3 days are mostly downhill. And today is the only day with rain forecast, according to AT weather, and 30% chance, with chance of thunderstorms between 2 and 5. So that's a concern. But it was sprinkling on us earlier, but that didn't really turn into anything. Now it's sunny. Scattered big white puffy tall clouds, which I think might be called cumulonimbus, but Pamela thinks they're just puffy and white. So we'll play it by ear at the pass, but there's not so much exposed without, above the tree line, above and below the pass. So we'll see. We're aiming to go at least 10 miles to get to a campsite with a bear box, because all our food doesn't fit in our bear can, so we need a bear box. But they have plenty of those. And that's our plan and update. We'll see how it goes. Optimistic right now. It's a beautiful day. Those are the clouds in question over there. And those are some of the clouds in question above the pass. Well, we were just sitting here taking a break, and I found this disturbing fact. As you know, I've had this pack for about a month and a half, and the load lifter's tearing there. Which, I mean, it's still supported by the hip or the shoulder strap, but that's so much further down. That's not going to be good. Hope it holds 7 more days. Dang. So I've noticed that I pick up my pack from that side, so that puts more force on it. So I'm going to switch to picking it up from the other side from now on. Not sure if I pointed it out on the way down, but there's the aptly named Heart Lake. And here is an absolutely wonderful wood specimen. Truly remarkable. Wow, so something very exciting happened. I didn't get to meet Carl Saab on the trail, but I did get to meet Larry the Log. There's a guy named Sean who is through hiking the entire PCT with a 20-pound log on his shoulder, raising money for charity. And we got to donate on trail and meet him and hear about his experience. He's been through a lot. The log is quite heavy, and his shoulder gets all scarred and indented and kind of messed up. But he's doing it, and he's gonna finish every mile once he gets to Walker Pass. And it was a great experience to meet him. He took down our names on his phone to write them on the log afterwards, because they just rub off from him carrying it, even though he writes it in Sharpie. So he took our names down. Yeah, great experience. Super friendly guy. Very impressive. We are continuing to race the weather up the pass. It's all blue skies that way. It is. I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. Just got to the top of the pass and heard our first rumble of thunder. So it's time to go. Time to descend. A whole bunch of people up there. So that's over there. And then that's over there. I think I just saw lightning. Time to go. Pamela's jogging, so am I. Everyone else is just sitting in that pass, like, just staring at, going, that looks bad. But apparently it just rolled in, so I guess they hadn't had as much time to react. That is the route we came from. That is the route we're going. We're going the low route to try to get, you know, further off the ridge line as the thunderstorm rolls in. Well, we'll have to do a little extra, but it'll be worth it. I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes, lightning. I see bad times today. Well, don't go round tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. All right, so the storm is raging in front of us in that, whatever that is, bowl. But we got lighter skies that way. And I think it's moving across in front of us, so hopefully we'll be okay. We definitely got down a lot lower very fast. All right, well, right after my last video, it was sprinkling, then it started fully raining. But it's stopped now. The sky's lightening up. You can see which way the weather pattern's moving. I'll show you the other part of the storm. Let me get a good view. Okay. It's pointing towards me. So Pamela's main concern, rightly so, were the lightning rods we've strapped to our back. I don't know what the dynamics of a non-continuous to ground metal source is. Can't help, I wouldn't think. Could hurt. We actually never really saw any lightning bolts. Just a lot of thunder, so it's okay. And over there is where the storm is. It's kind of crazy, like at one point one of the distant mountain peaks just disappeared with the rain. But that's where the storm was coming from, much lighter. And we got blue sky over there. Okay, so the lower route kicked us out 0.6 miles south on the PCT. So in order to not miss that 0.6 miles, we stashed our lightning rods and are going up the 0.6. Gonna have a snack there, then back down to camp.
I must say, oh, is it a selfie? This is real commitment for people who are not finishing the entire trail and in fact are coming like 600 miles short. But the sections we've done, we have done.
It's true. Very true. That on those mountain sides is fresh snow. Wow. It's fall, y'all.
All right, just made it back to where we took the high route yesterday. So we've completed this section of trail. We're gonna stop here, take a break, eat the rest of our lunch, and then go back and get our ice axes and continue south. Ooh, looks nice now. Hopefully that'll stick around. Is this a joke? I just took my bear can off of my backpack and one of these horrible crickets was hiding between my bear can and my backpack. I can't even tell if he's alive actually. His antennae are kind of droopy. I'm gonna try to get him off. My relationship with crickets is just like... There's the rest of my quesadilla. About to eat that. And look! I had written our names on our lunches just so that we knew, like, the Ziplocs were laid out last night, what they were for. And it, like, bled. I feel like I don't know if I've ever had that with a Sharpie that I noticed. That's surprising.
Well, it looks like we might have round two. We just ran into a bunch of hikers in their tents they had set up during, they got hailed on. They were all wet and cold. But we gonna press on and hope that we don't get hit with that second round. I just heard a little rumble of thunder, so we'll see. Also, fantastic views of the valley we're walking up. Dang, look at that sunset. I said that to Pamela and she said, oh, means I gotta speed up. It's my clock. Most beautiful clock I've ever seen. But it's my clock. Wow, we have an interesting problem. Can't find the bear boxes. I've just hiked up to the next campsite. I've checked far out. It says it's near the trail. They've all been like very obvious in the past. But I guess I'll look back where we came some more. Ask multiple other people. They don't know. One guy was just unconcerned about storing his food in it was freeze-dried food, I guess. But he's like, you don't need to do that. Common say people see bears, but I didn't tell him that. Well, I've looked all over, asked multiple people, some other people, can't find it, so I guess it's gone. It's too bad.